Hey guys, Steve Huntley here. No, I'm not Scott Madry, but I have decided to hijack a show. So today we're going to be hearing from Gary Martin and Jim Green about what's the current events in space. So it's time for the week 3 edition of What's Up in Space.
Jim Green again. Let's go to the inner solar system. You know, Messengers are spacecraft that orbits Mercury, and it's been doing a fabulous job. One of the things that it's finding, however, that's really startling is in the polar regions in particular, where they have permanently shadowed crater. These are craters where the sun cannot get into even after Mercury rotates on its axis. We're finding what looks like what we call volatiles. These would be a variety of ices. It could be water ice, could be ammonia, could be a variety of things that come from comets. So this tells us early on in the bombardment history of Mercury that comets, material from the outer part of the solar system, was coming in and bombarding Mercury. Of course, that means it bombarded the Earth and the Moon and Mars and all our and Venus and all our inner solar system planets. So this is really a hot topic. One of these days, one of our space agencies will crawl into this permanently shadowed crater, grab some volatiles, and take us back in time as to what the early solar system was like. So I hope to be around, and I know you will be. Thank you.
Hello, this is Gary Martin reporting week 3. This actually development was in week 2, but I want to make sure that you hear about it. It's something you might want to really think about. It's about crowdsourcing and what Peter Diamandis was able to do with his company. He was able to raise $1.5 million in just 33 days. He had over 17,000 people inputting money into his telescope, the Arcade 100. And I think it's really important that this whole new movement of getting people excited about space, even the individual, is something that you can tap into. You have over 3,500 alumni out there. So when you start your company, you can really tap into your ISU alumni. And there's a good chance you can get more help than you might realize. So I hope it's something you think about in the future as you all start your new companies or become part of companies that are existing. So that's an exciting development last week.
Hi, Jim Green again. Haven't changed my clothes yet. But what we have to tell you, once again, is about Mars. Our Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which is flying around Mars, mapping Mars in great detail, could actually see easily one of these tables that you're sitting around from orbit. It's been studying various regions on Mars looking for past missions, okay? And it has found Mars 3. Mars 3 is a Russian spacecraft that did land on Mars. It was actually our first lander as a Soviet spacecraft, and it transmitted for on the order of 20 seconds or so before that transmission stopped. But we now know where it is, and indeed, it looks like it landed safely. Now, for all you Beagle lovers, sorry, haven't found it yet.
There's a great bit of science that just came out of the Kepler data. And what they saw was statistically looking at what we see with Kepler and then looking at suns the size of our sun. They've been estimating how many planets there might be in the habitable zone. The current estimate now is 60 billion planets that could have life similar to life on Earth. It's planets that are in these habitable zones around similar suns. 60 billion. Just think about that. Think of all the opportunities and things that could be happening on these planets. It's hard to believe that we might be the only ones. And think about exciting in the future when we can actually start to look deeper at these planets. Maybe look at if they have atmospheres and see signals for life. Anyway, I think it's one of the most exciting things I've heard recently, and I hope you do too. 60 billion.
Hey everyone, it's Morton with the latest news from the space game community. Now, some of you might have played Kerbal Space Program, and it's all fun and games to build a rocket, but if you're going into space, you need to know how to pilot your ship. CCP Studios, the makers of EVE Online, are creating a new game called EVE VR, with the latest in virtual reality technology, the Oculus Rift, where you can pilot your own ship in space. Now, the Oculus Rift will be available for testing here at ISU during lunch.